Hey guys, how are you doing? Evylyn here and welcome to my first arena commentary. So guys, I have quite a few matches packed up and ready to line for you guys to show you guys some of the things I do in arena. But before we get into that, let's go into last week's competition winner of the 30-day WoW subscription, and the winner should be on the screen right now. Congratulations, and all you have to do to claim that prize, send me a YouTube message and include your email. Next week we're going to have a new prize, and the prize should be on the screen right now. And all you have to do to win that prize is like my video, leave a comment as I choose a winner from the comments, and subscribe to my channel as only subscribers can win. So welcome to my first arena commentary guys. We're playing as KFC in 3v3 arenas with Truzts and Soulbound. We're fighting Rogue, Priest and DK, Candy OS Cleave with the addition of a Priest. Here they're going to pop all CDs on me, so I'm going to leap out the smoke bomb with chill wall up. I'm then going to make sure my healer is okay for a moment. Thunderclap any to reduce any damage. I'm going to go straight into Priest and I'm going to fear him. Then I'm going to go straight back to DK and pop all my CDs. Here the DK is going to get life swapped, but I'm going to continue to stay on the DK and counter pressure. My hunter is going to CC the healer and hopefully he'll always get the kill, and we do. We then go straight back on the Priest and we finish them off. The idea of this whole team that we're fighting though is their idea is to stack up necrotic strikes on either the healer or myself, and allow the DK to basically CC the healer and have the rogue pop all CDs on the necrotic strikes while the healer comes out, and you won't be able to overheal it because the necrotic strikes will be too damped on either the healer or myself, and you don't want that to happen. So the idea is to counter pressure as hard as you can and make sure you don't get stomped out like that, because it can be quite nasty if you have them stacks really too high. So you ideally want to try to get as many triple shockwaves as you can. Make sure you're counter pressuring at every moment. Okay, so the next team we're up against is a Retribution, Paladin, Hunter and Disc Priest. The idea here is to get as many scatter traps as I can while keeping the pressure up on the Paladin. First up, I'm going to start to do as much damage as the Paladin, and I noticed that the Hunter scatter trapped my healer, so I'm going to go over there and get the trap. I'm going to go straight back on the Paladin afterwards and do as much damage as I can. We're actually popping any CDs and hitting the Paladin as hard as I can. They're trying to counter pressure us, which isn't working for them at the moment because we have the pressure on them. I'm going to train this Paladin as much as I can and push as hard as I can. Right now we're going to try for a silent shot on the Priest, and we're going to try to get as much damage as we can on this Paladin to get into bubble. Lucky enough we do get the bubble up and we go straight back on. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to hit the Priest. Unfortunately we get a trap at the wrong time, and it doesn't matter, and I go straight back on the Paladin. Do as much damage as I can. I tried to get this trap, unfortunately I'm too late for it, but it doesn't matter. I noticed they're all gathered together and I'm going to get ready to shockwave them all in this triple shockwave, and then shockwave and I managed to get 20 seconds on it, and then continue to do damage on the Paladin while my CDs are up as hard as I can because he's already bubbled. I've hit the trap here, unfortunately wasted some of my CDs, but it doesn't matter, and I go straight back on the Paladin and do as much damage as I can. Right here we're going to try for I'm going to shockwave in a few seconds when I get the chance, but I'm waiting for the right moment for them to gather up. I notice we're going to get a scatter shot trap in a second, so I shockwave right now and I manage to hit them as hard as I can, and the Priest is cycloned and I'm going to keep hitting the Paladin as hard as I can. Paladin's blinding me, I'm going to shrink it and I'm going to straight back on him because I want to keep the pressure up, and I'm going to try to get the trap here and I managed to get it. I go straight back on the Paladin and I hit as hard as I can. I'm going to try to get some counter pressure up. The Priest is now cycloned, so I'm hitting the Paladin as hard as I can. We're CCing the Priest as much as we can, and we're going straight on the Paladin and we're going to continue to keep pushing him and eventually get the kill. Now the idea here is to make sure that we basically don't let them get the pressure with the traps, etc. Unfortunately I did let them get one of them, but what can you do, we're all human. And anyways, that's it for this particular game here. Just make sure you keep the pressure on both the Paladin and the Hunter, and make sure the Hunter keeps pressure on the healer, and you should get the win. Okay, so the next team we're fighting is the exact same as the first team, and like before, we fight this team quite a few times in this video actually during the night that we fought them, and the idea is to just keep the pressure on the DK or the Rogue depending on who looks more squishy at the right time, and keep the pressure up on the with CCs and etc. Right, the first off, I'm going to start off, I'm going to charge in, and I notice they're all together. I've got a shockwave on all of them and I keep going as hard as I can. The Priest is going to try to run away and drop down with the silly of him. We go straight on the on the rogue, and the rogue decides to vanish, and I go straight on the DK. I hit the DK as hard as I can. DK's taking an awful lot of damage. The rogue stuns me. I trinket that. I go straight on. I notice they're going to come together, and I'm going to try for a triple shockwave. My hunter's damage was too much for them, and we got the kill. Okay, so next up the team we're going to fight is shatterplay, and shatterplay can be quite nasty. Anyone in your team can die in the deep, so the idea is to get the pressure up as quick as you can, as fast as you can. Now, Soulbound's going to try to apply pressure on the mage while I go on the priest and do as much damage as I can. The thing is, the priest's paladin's healing too much, so I go over it and I try to fear him. I fear him, he stuns me, I trinket the stun straight away, go back on the priest and do as much damage as I can. My hunter now stuns the healer and tries to trap him. Too much pressure, and the priest just folds in seconds, and he just got his ass kicked. Pally couldn't handle the healing, and we got some nice CC from our team, and the team just folded within seconds. The reason was because we just kept so much pressure going on, and that's the reason they weren't able to get into the play of style that they wanted to, and unfortunately for them we managed to get them. Okay, so we queued into the same team again, and like before we're going to train the DK and hopefully get the kill. So I'm going to charge it here first on the DK and turn the clap to try to get the rogue out, and then do some damage, and I notice the rogue's here, so I'm going to switch the rogue, disarm him, and go straight back on the DK and do as much damage as I can. I noticed that the priest is very close, so I'm going to try to fear him now in a second. I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm going to fear the priest now, go straight back on the DK and do as much damage as I can. I'm going to charge in, and I'm going to notice that they're both close together, both DPS, so I'm going to shockwave both of them right now. I'm going to get a triple shockwave because they hit the pet. I'm going to pop all CDs and hit them as hard as I can. I'm just going to YOLO it and go as fast as I can, as hard as I can. We get a scatter trap on the healer, and we managed to get the kill. And the DK just folds because he got his mace to face. And then we go straight on and try to get the rogue out here, turn the clap, and that's it really. The team is just folded, and unfortunately for the priest, he was not trinking at the right time. I shockwaved them both here, killed them, and we're on to the next game. And the last team, but certainly not least, of the teams we fought tonight, and it's an Ellie Shaman, Feral and Disc Priest. Now the idea here is to make sure we radiate as much pressure on the Shaman as we can so he cannot burst, while keeping CCs on the healer, and we're going to get a scatter trap on their priest now so we can get some pressure up on the elemental Shaman and do as much damage as you can, interrupt any cast you can. The Feral is still training me and they're trying to kill me, so I make sure I'm defensive stance. I charge back and go straight back on the Shaman. I'm going to try to CC the priest, but he was already cyclone, so I decided to go back. I trinket that and I go straight back on the Shaman. I know that I'm going to get feared again, so that's why I trinketed, and then I'm going to get feared again in a second. I rooted and I can't do anything about it. I got feared. I was going to use Berserker Rage, but there's no pressure being put on that team, so I just go straight back on the Shaman and I keep continuing my pressure the way I can. But the Shaman moves away and I didn't get the chance, so I just shockwaved them anyways. Unfortunately I missed the shockwave, but I continue my pressure on him, and now I'm going to continue to keep pressure. I'm going to safeguard my hunter and make sure he doesn't get killed, and then I'm going to go straight back on Isis and do as much damage as I can, making sure. I'm going to get capacitored now. Unfortunately there's not much I could have done about that. I could have broke it, but I wasn't able to get to it. And then notice I'm going to get cycloned and my hunter's taking an awful lot of damage. My idea is to get out of this and make as much pressure as I can so this doesn't get any worse than what I can. We then interrupt as many CCs as I can on and I'm going to go heavy on the Shaman to make sure that we can't kill us, to keep the pressure on them. I hit the Shaman as hard as I can. He gets gripped. I go back and I charge and I try to interrupt any cast he gives. Shockwave the healer. He's panicking now and I'm being feared. Full fear, unfortunately. I get the spell, which is good. I keep going back on the Shaman while making sure that their healer CC'd. He's being cycloned, he's being trapped, and etc. Now he's about to get trapped. He gets life swapped, unfortunately. I keep going back on the priest and make sure to go back on the priest. Now I'm going to go back on the Shaman now. Keep the pressure up, and I'm going to continue to keep pressure as hard as I can. I'm hitting the Shaman and I'm making sure he's interrupting all of his casts so they don't get any pressure on top of us. I'm rooted and unfortunately I managed to get over it. Shaman gets knocked back and he managed to get away. I get cycloned just as I'm about to get the killing blow. He then gets healed and I go get out of the cyclone and go root straight away again, and the Shaman's just running for the high tails. Lucky enough their healer was CC'd, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to fear him straight away, but unfortunately cyclone killed at the same time with bad CC. But I'm going to go back on the Shaman anyways and hit the Shaman as hard as I can. He's running away. I'm going to leap over and I'm going to try to kill him. I'm going to shockwave and I'm going to hit him as hard as I can. I hit the Druid as well at the same time. I'm being filled. I trinket it straight away. I hit as much hard as I can. Unfortunately, I can't get to the Shaman because I've been rooted. I keep hitting him as hard as I can. We got a trap on the priest, which is good. We got disorientated, and I'm going to go straight back on the Shaman, hopefully get the kill here. The hunter does enough damage and we managed to get the kill while he's been trapped. Now, that was a really tough game and I had a lot of fun in it. The Shaman was really much of a pain to kill. Shows how strong Shamans are this season. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, please remember to like and give a comment and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Leave any comments that you think you might be able to give to me on if you like this video and if you want to see more of this video. Anyways guys, I'm going to leave you guys with a arena match I did of 5v5. So I hope you guys enjoy, and it was quite funny. So yeah, thank you guys. This is Evylyn. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Now hit the music.